If you have ever considered soft-sided luggage, this may be your bag. This carry-on luggage is under 22 inches for strict airline dimension requirements. I have spent 23 years as a pilot's wife flying standby with only carry-on luggage. It is my job and my gifting to show you what is worth it to you as a traveler right now, the newest items that are available for you that are top-notch. Today I'm showing you this hybrid backpack type rolling luggage, and I think it might be a game changer for some of you. Let's get into the specific features. One feature I want to highlight is that it has PU wheels, which are performance type wheels. Rollerblading, for examples. Let me know if you've ever rollerbladed. These are specifically designed to be rugged and to be able to stand up to uneven pavement, steps, curbs, walking 10 minutes to your river cruise trip from the train station. But there are easily accessible backpack straps when or if you need them for your adventure. If you do not want these backpack straps, you can see they stow away easily with no straps showing, and they do not add bulk. There is even a cover that protects the wheels from touching the back of your pocket. That's why I do not wear white, because of the wheels that could scuff the legs. There's like nothing that gets off those scuffs, just so you know. I have a video of what not to wear in the airplane if you're interested in finding out what I have learned from my own mistakes. Another reason why I said yes to BagSmart sponsoring this video for you is that there are 3 handles. Number 1, there's a top handle for pulling out of the overhead bin in the airplane. Number 2, my non-negotiable is this side handle for lifting it overhead into those bins. I'm so glad to show you it has a bottom grab handle. If you've never used one, you don't know what you're missing. When you have a piece of luggage that has that on the bottom, it is so helpful, like getting into trunk spaces, for road trips specifically, even moving it like that into the overhead bin or out of the overhead bin. It is so helpful. But the reason they have it on here as a feature, I'll talk about in a minute. Now let's hop into all of the extra features that the BagSmart Blast 43-liter roller backpack has for you. Feature number 1 is it's a great value for the price, especially for traveling in 2026. Number 2 is the dimensions. This suitcase is 21.7 inches by 13.8 inches by 9.1 inches. Every airline approved carry-on. And watch this, what I figured out. You have in most hard shell suitcases, you have the length of your suitcase plus the handle plus the wheels. Notice how the wheels are embedded, and here's the top handle. It just goes forward. Like when it's standing up, it cinches forward. So it takes out that extra handle length for the dimension. The weight is what totally threw me off. I didn't even notice the weight until I lifted the suitcase, y'all. It is 2 pounds less than my lightweight hard shell suitcases that I normally travel with. Lifting it up with your clothing that's inside there is so much lighter. The weight is 6.6 pounds. Feature 3 is the capacity that is inside this rolling backpack suitcase. You'll notice that this has a suitcase style opening, like traditional soft-sided suitcases and regular suitcases used to be like. I have traveled with a hard shell, which opens like a book. Another part that I like about this is that with this suitcase style opening, it fits on every luggage rack. When you are packing, you just have your suitcase and lift that lid. I also want you to think about packing in a backpack. When you have to pack in a backpack, you're like digging for things that are on the bottom. This is a typical suitcase opening type of entrance. There are some smart compartments that I want you to notice too. The main compartment is deep enough for compression cubes, shoes, packing cubes, and I want you to see this little thing. These are your heroes. They are the strongest bars. You need these if you want it to be a suitcase. If you want it to be a backpack, all you do is this. You unsnap it. So before you start packing, just snap them and it makes them sturdy. I was able to pack 2 pairs of shoes in here. I was bringing boots, so I packed those in like a laundry type bag instead of a compression cube for your shoes. It also has this zippered mesh pocket that is large, it's moldable, it's super soft. And here are some things that I would pack in this zippered part. My slippers, something you want to protect, or what I've also done is pack my dirty laundry in there coming home. Also on the inside, there are these dual compression straps. If you do not use compression cubes and you just want to fold, like look how much space is in there. Oh my word, it's so deep. But if you want to just stack your clothes in all types of piles, this is going to help you fit them in without moving around and jostling around mid-flight. But here's another reason. You can compress them even farther easily to really press your clothes in there to get rid of that air and to use up every bit of space. Okay, I have a rolling duffel that I have never shown you on here because it is not up to the standards that I need as a traveler. And I'm thinking of you in mind, but I also know what annoys me. Here are some things that were different about that compared to a backpack type style of luggage. This rolling duffel opened in a way that it was not easy to get into without the zippers brushing my arms. And it did not open wide enough for me to see what available space I had inside that large rolling duffel bag, which was carry-on size. And the fabric was really stiff, kind of leather. All right, now let's move on to feature number 4, navigating the airport with wheels and handles and all the things that are going to help you there. With carry-on luggage, we have to navigate getting our bag to the airport, into the airplane, walking it for 10 minutes to a river cruise from a train station. Think train stations, you need rugged wheels. You need rugged everything. And here's where the Bag Smart 43-liter roller backpack comes into play. Like I mentioned earlier, the wheels are the PU wheels. I want to highlight this rest bar at the bottom. It is a grab bar for when you're in the airplane and loading and unloading, but this is what makes your bag a suitcase, which helps it keep balance and gives it stability. It will not tip over, even if you overstuff it. I never felt like this bag was going to tip over or get off balanced, even with my backpack on top. When I show you how much I actually fit inside this suitcase, you're going to see how skeptical I was that it might tip over. It did not. It didn't even wish to tip over. One cool trick with the bars that snap to make it a stable suitcase sturdiness is that you unsnap them if you want to wear it like a backpack, because then it makes it more soft-sided and squishable and mushable. And it folds flat for storage. So it is no longer going to take up space in your closet. You can fold it down and mush it down and it will slide right under your bed easily. One tip that I thought of, I was really nervous flying to Nashville in a smaller airplane. And so I unsnapped the stability bars before I checked my bag, like at the gate, when they're like, oh, we don't have enough space, so we're going to check your bag. I just unzipped it easily without everything spilling out, unsnapped them, and then I gave it to the guy. I used their compression cube set, and the cool thing for you is that when you choose this backpack, roller backpack luggage, and you get the compression set, you get to choose from all different types of patterns and colors that you want the compression cubes to be in. And the compression cubes are top loading. So you just unzip and you drop your clothes in. You don't have to slide them in or maneuver them in a certain way. And they have the handles for easy grab if you're in your hotel room, easy to grab or organize for family members. In this Bag Smart Blast 43-liter roller backpack, I was able to pack 2 pairs of shoes. I packed my boots in the laundry bag and the other in the regular shoe bag or cube bag for electronics or socks or whatever you need. And then I had 7 t-shirts, 3 outer layers, and 2 pairs of pants. One travel tip is you'll see in here that I rearranged my cubes because the first time I packed, I put my shoes on the bottom and they did not need to be spread out like that. So my tip is to just pack your cubes like Tetris. And when you're using new luggage, you just keep moving your cubes around or your clothes under certain things to make use of that space that you have available. Feature 5 is the digital hub. It'll help you make it through airport security with less stress. Just a little added feature for you. On the outer side is a zip pocket that is lockable. So if you want to put your lock in there, you can lock it, but it just is easy to unzip. And inside is this soft velvety pocket for a 15.6 type of laptop. In airport security, you just unzip it, pull it out. And I will say that it is a little padded right here too for that extra protection if you need it in the airport. It also has a feature of a hidden RFID pocket. Notice the handle covers it when it's zipped. Inside, you have an RFID blocking pocket. Can you see that shimmer? That way it will avoid skimmers from skimming your credit card information, which there's more personal information in your credit card than your passport. But your passport will also fit in this hidden pocket if you want to use that. They are slots for a few cards. If you're changing buses or on a train, this is a great feature that you could use. Feature number 6 is the added touches. Number 1 is this velvet lined pocket. This is like your scratch-free zone. It is this velvety pocket for eyeglasses or your AirPods case if you don't want that glossy finish to get scuffed up by your keys, let's say. You could also put delicate jewelry in there that you're going to put on at the end of a long flight. It's very soft and protected. Notice also there's a brain pocket, much like their backpack has, which I absolutely love. You may want to put some things in here that you will need in the airport, like easy access stuff. Or you can pack little things in there. You'll be creative. Here's another feature that I love. After 23 years of traveling with water bottle pockets and some of them not being large enough, this thing is huge. Look at it. For a travel size umbrella, and look how easy it is to get it in there. I mean, you just toss it one-handed into there, which is what I did. It's easy to spread open, but it goes all the way to the bottom. You can even pack more socks in there or a pair of shoes, like hiking shoes that are sandy or something like that. Notice this. This is so helpful, okay? Right here. You have 2 compression straps on this side and on the other side, okay? Y'all, this is so helpful. And I mean, your bag is going to smush so much for you. If you're a fan of soft luggage, soft-sided fabric luggage, this is nice. But this fabric is a ripstop fabric, and that means really durable. Like it is, the threads are meshed in there, if that makes sense. That will prevent rips. It's not your flimsy nylon fabric. That ripstop is helpful for if it is checked with the baggage, if it's in the belly of the airplane, being scraped, being brushed, being scuffed. This will stand up to that kind of abuse. And it looks like a suitcase because it is a suitcase, but it can be a backpack if you need it. Use this code on screen for 10% off. My travel tip for you is wheels are for the airport, straps are for the stairs. Sometimes you may want to use your luggage as a backpack, and this is very convenient for traveling like that. You have both of those main features for whatever trip you're going to take in 2026 and beyond. Thanks for your time, and I will have everything in the ... more paragraph right below this video for you. Also, leave a comment if we have not met yet and say hey, and let me know if you are team soft-sided or hard shell still.